Hello, hello. Welcome to Entertainment Daily with Octavia Cora. I am your host, Octavia Cora. So we are here with another celebrity gist. Look, the story we would have run the story since from yesterday, but yeah, we're still talking about the Nollywood actress Moyo Lawal. But before we get right in, let's quickly check our sound and let's make sure that our sound is okay. Then we can get right in. We have two stories to run today. Look, we're just going to be doing this back to back. Whenever we have the time, we're just going to come in and drop the gist. So if you're watching the replay of it, you ain't able to catch up the live stream. Happy Sunday to you. How are you doing? And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, turn on notification and all of that. Okay, so yeah, I think our sound is good. Let's start right about now. Okay, so yeah, our sound is good. Let's start right about Okay. So first of all, I will go in and share the stream. So if you're watching this, hold on, let me take down the sound from this phone so I can use the phone to share the stream. So if you're just coming across the channel for the first time, you are welcome. And how are you doing? If you love celebrity gist, world news, gossip, and all of that, let us know so we can be dissecting together and analyzing together. Comment down below and let us know. Okay, that being said, let me quickly share this stream and then we are going to get right into the gist just about now. All right, so let's share and we go right in. Hot gist, okay. Post to share. All right, so sorry for that short break. Busy we are. So yes, sometimes there's going to be interruption. Hence, we're running the story now and not in the evening because like I said, we were supposed to run the story yesterday at night about 11 p.m. but there was no way for me from here. All right, so we're back with the Moyo Lawal gist. Let's get right into this gist right about now without wasting your time. Okay, so if you caught up with the other two parts that we already did concerning Moyo's story, or if you've not seen it, then you have to go watch it, come back and then watch this one so you understand fully. And I also posted a short about what we're going to be discussing today. So go watch the shorts video so you will fully understand what we're going to be dissecting today and analyzing. Okay, Moyo, Lawal, her sex tape, what's happening afterward, and all of that. Okay, so when Moyo Lawal's sex tape came out and she released the official statement, a lot of people were of the opinion that they do not believe anything that Moyo Lawal is saying. That Moyo Lawal is just trying to play cool and try to act like the victim because they feel that Moyo fully knew what she was doing. And from watching the video, some persons were of the opinion that when before they saw the video, they felt like she was innocent, but when they saw the video, it kind of changed their mind. They had a different perception about the whole thing. It seemed like this whole thing was planned by Moyo and the guy that was in it, and every other person leading to the blogs, to the first person that released it to the blogs, and all of that. That the whole thing was planned by Moyo Lawal. A lot of people are of the opinion that Moyo is not as popular as she used to be anymore. So anything that would bring her back to limelight and put her in the tongue of everyone, it's exactly what Moyo Lawal is going to do. Let's grab some water. My throat is already drying up. Nollywood celebrities and their wahala. Anyways, so but at the same time, some persons were still insisting that Moyo is innocent and Moyo doesn't know what's going on and whatnot. So everything in that first statement, Moyo had already said that she's not going to respond or say anything concerning this whole situation. Sorry for that. I'm just trying to get some water. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, throat is dry. Okay. So Moyo said she wasn't going to say anything concerning this whole matter after releasing that official statement. Okay. So when Kemi Olunoya came out and Kemi was like, "No, Moyo, don't pretend you're doing the same thing that Tiwa Savage did, acting like she was innocent and she didn't know what was going on and all of that. But you fully know what is going on." And she didn't only say that, she also mentioned the name of the guy that was involved. Remember, people were able to find out his photos, but his name people really didn't know, and people were of the opinion that they should find out who this guy is because a lot of people were pissed off. But anyways, a lot of people were pissed off at the fact that he couldn't fire. Some people were pissed off that somebody offered you something as good as that with, giant booty, everything giant and all of that, and you were concentrating on making a video because people felt those were people that thought Moyo was innocent. But when you look at Moyo Lawal, it really does seem, from what is really happening, really does seem like Moyo is not so innocent about this whole thing. Moyo knew what she was doing. I believe probably Moyo is working on something and she's trying to keep every eyes on her before she will release something. It could be a brand, it could be a new movie, it could be something. But I think Moyo is working on something and she wants everyone to have her in mind. So when she will release whatever she's releasing, people are going to know about it and go patronize her or even talk about it. So that brings her more customers, more clients, and whatever the case may be. Because now Moyo, not to like as this saga, because I'm not even going to say not too long after this, as this saga was still going on in Nigeria, Moyo has traveled out. Moyo is in France, and she did a video that's why I said in the beginning of this video, I said go and watch the shorts video are 0 point something seconds, okay, less than a minute video, so you can quickly watch it and come back and watch the live stream so you would totally understand. So Moyo did a video where Moyo was seen wearing a polka dot gown and dressed up with all gloves and name it, high heel and everything, hair well done, makeup well done, and everything looking all beautiful, looking flashy, and all of that in Paris. And Moyo was just dancing in the street, showing off. Like I think she went to the Eiffel Tower in France. That's where a lot of them are. Like somebody's visiting France, they must always go to that tower. Okay, so she was seen around the vicinity and she was dancing on the street, moving, shaking. And I'm thinking, Moyo, look, people are still debating online about you and how you used to even present yourself even before this sex tape, because a lot of people were not even surprised. There are people's sex tape that you will see or hear about and like, oh my goodness, what? But when Moyo's sex tape came out, a lot of people were not surprised. A lot of people were not feeling like, oh my goodness, I least expected this from this celebrity or from this Nollywood actress or anything like that. Okay, a lot of people were like, it's long overdue. Like we've been expecting this for a very long time. We're even surprised that it is now that someone is getting to release Moyo's tape. Okay, because Moyo has always been there parading herself, and everything Moyo has to do with the booty. Everything Moyo has to do, everything that Moyo needs to present online has to be with the booty, shaking the boobs and things like that. So they are not surprised that something like this came out about Moyo Lawal. So I'm thinking, when this came out and she released an official statement stating that that was a private moment within her and someone that she was supposed to get married to, and then the person now posted it online, or maybe sold it to the blogs or whatever the case may be, but she's insisting, trying to make the general public to know that it's a private moment, not Neroin, that it's a private moment and not like she wasn't planning to release that. It wasn't something that was meant for public consumption and all of that. But then fully well the way you carry yourself and the way you present yourself and all of that, and you know how people are going to look at you. One would think that after this thing happened, because the whole story has not even died down, the only problem right now is just that so many things are going on almost at the same time, okay, with the death of Mobad and every other thing that is happening. Okay, give me a second, let me shut my door. Okay, so with the death of Mobad and so many other things that happened, even the Nedu and the statement he made online that made people, Nedu Wazobia, okay, the statement he made online that made everybody to start talking, and just so many stories I can actually mention. But then these stories have kind of pushed Moyo Lawal's gist to the side because people have seen the tape, people have said what they want to say about the whole thing. But to think that Moyo would just leave for France, and one of the things that Moyo thought was the best thing to do was to move shaky booty and all of that on the road and all of that. And there's something that came about that video that was just so funny. In the process of Moyo just moving around, shaking, showing off, doing all her thing, Moyo always do crazy things. That is Moyo Lawal. If you watch her videos right from time, if you've been following her on Instagram, then you know that this is no different from the normal. This is just a normal video for Moyo Lawal. But one would think when something like this is out about you and some of your fans are kind of disappointed, mostly those ones that are looking up to you. Well, no only I know the people that they use they do role model, sha, but those that are looking up to you that least expected this. A lot of people from general public did not find this as a shock. This didn't come as a shock to them because they're like, if it's Moyo, Moyo is capable of doing something like this. But I'm saying, just those few, that handful of people that really, really held you on high regard, shouldn't this be a time of reflection and for you to reflect back, like think back and like, was it really necessary? Was it worth it for you to put out something like this about yourself? Because it looks planned and it looks staged, even from your actions. You released official statement letting everyone know that it's a private moment, not a video that was meant for public consumption, whatnot you had to say. But at the same time, your actions afterward is not really matching the official statement that you actually put out there. Your actions is kind of backing up what Kemi Olunloyo said. And everybody knows that Kemi Olunloyo is a big-mouthed woman that says a whole lot. And like most times when something is happening and everybody is kind of sympathizing, trying to be trying to be reasonable, trying to reason with the person that whatever is happening to. If you're just coming in, you're welcome. If you want us to welcome you and say your name, don't forget to drop a comment saying hello so I know who is here with us. But if you're a silent watcher, that's still okay. Thank you very much. If you're not subscribed to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification so we can dissect and analyze together. And if there is any celebrity gist that you want us to come in here and give our 2 cents concerning the matter, drop it as you are watching the video in the comment section, because I always double back to check my videos and my live stream. So if there's any comment, we will work on that. If it's a gist that we've missed, that we didn't see, something that is worth talking about. Okay, back to the story on ground. So like I said, Moyo's action afterward, I don't even want to go back and pull up the official statement, or maybe I should. Maybe I should go back and pull up the official statement released by Moyo, because seeing the recent videos that Moyo is posting, it is not matching up. It is not matching up. What about those people that really believed in you? What about those people that held you in high regard? What about those people that felt like that guy was just being an ass, like he was just being wicked, he was just being mean, putting that out? What about those people that believed you 110%? What about you sitting back and reflecting? Because if this was a mistake, if truly that video that Moyo did was a private moment and it was not meant for public consumption, it was not planned, it was not whatever Kemi Olunoyo was alleging, if it wasn't anything close to what Kemi was alleging, then I think, or I feel that the way Moyo should be this period should be totally different from what or even the type of content that Moyo, like there is just so much that you can do as a public figure. There's just so much that is going on that you can actually lend your voice, or there's so much going on. There are so many people out there that need help that you could put yourself out there helping people out, or doing anything else other than posting videos that is not really adding to your life, is not adding to anybody's life. It's not showing those your supporters that you really feel remorseful, you feel sorry, you feel really bad that they had to see you that way, because all they see is your movies, and the craziest they've seen of you is your these crazy videos that you used to put out there. they didn't expect. And I'm talking about just a handful of people that really held Moyo Lawal on high regards, and she's their role model. She's whatnot to them. They never believed that she could do something like this. You know, how about considering those people and just sitting back, reflecting, and just pull back for a while, post relevant content, post something. And this goes to a whole lot of the Nollywood actors and actresses. 99.9% of the time, the type of content they post is complete BS. Like it doesn't make any sense. Just very few would post mostly their work, or just simple thing like their day, just simple thing when they're doing something which you can actually relate to, outside seeing them on screen. You're like, oh, this is how they are in real life, and those type of content. But this whole craziness of moving around, dangling the booty up and down, and every time you have to film a video, from behind, where your booty is the first thing that everybody sees. And that's it's so rampant right now that I don't know, people don't even get tired of filming such videos, because you go on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, anywhere, you just, it's YouTube that there's a way you just show body part and they're telling you this video is not, you understand. And if you're going for monetization, you're not getting the green sign, you're getting the yellow sign and all of that. You know that video, they're not going to push it. Even if people are watching, they're not going to push it. And also, if they don't push it, that video is not going to make good cash for you. Okay, you're gonna be seeing cent, maybe lots of views, but cent, because advertisers might not want to. Okay, because of the way YouTube is structured. But these other apps support all this type of stuff, and you see it a lot. Instagram, um, TikTok. You will see this type of videos a lot. But the point I'm trying to make is, when you're trying to convince your people that, oh, this video is actually um, a private moment, and you feel disappointed, but at the same time your actions are not matching your words, then it becomes a thing of, who's lying? Is it Moyo or the guy that is involved? Because from what Kemi Olunloyo said, Kemi said the guy clearly stated, so the guy is owning up to that's one thing. Look, if you're going to do something like this, then own it. Like, yes, I did it, and I did it, and I have a reason why I did it. People could cuss you out, people could judge you, people could say whatever they want to say, but just own it, that yes, you did it, and you did it, and it wasn't a mistake. But don't play the victim, talking about a court case, a court of law is gonna this, and that, and that, and that. But at the same time, you're not even that innocent concerning the whole situation, and you're not even bold enough to own what you did. Because the guy in question, according to what Kemi is saying, allegedly, that the guy is saying he is a gigolo by trade. So that's his business, that's his work, that's what he does. Okay, you can call him up, book him, pay him, and he's going to show up and he's going to get the job done. Okay, that's what he does, laying with people. And also, he's saying that she's not even the only one that has paid him to do a video like that, which, from this, all of these are alleged from what Kemi Olunloyo posted, is still on Kemi's page. You can go there and check it. Kemi Olunloyo, the journalist. Uh, so when Kemi said that, and Kemi also added that the guy even said that he has done it for two other well-known and respected Nollywood actresses, that if he should mention their names, people will be damn shocked. Like, it's going to shake the internet. It's going to shake the AGN. It's going to shake what else was the other one also, like their agencies. Okay, so tomorrow now, when the videos are let's just say, if all of this uh words, all these things that this guy has said, if it's true, tomorrow now, if videos of those two people now come out, a lot of people will now be, if they are truly, as if they are, I'm just trying to see, wait, okay, if what this guy is saying is true, and tomorrow videos of these people are released, and because people are holding them on high regard, people have lots of respect for them because of the way they present themselves online, And then they will not come out and release an official statement saying, I didn't know about this, it was a private moment. Because Tiwa Savage did the same thing. When Tiwa's video came out and lots of people were talking, Tiwa came out. Tiwa, the thing with Tiwa's own, Tiwa owned it. But Kemi is also alleging that the only thing is that she wasn't dating the person that she did that with, but she on her official statement, at least half of it, Tiwa owned it. Yes, I did it. Everybody enjoyed themselves, which is true. But in the case of Moyo, Moyo came out with this official statement sounding like she never knew anything of such was going to happen and all of that. While also somebody had posted something that Moyo, Kemi is not just a small blogger that you might say, okay, um, Kemi posted this, but Moyo did not see it. So Moyo doesn't even know that there's a blogger or there's a journalist out there talking about her situation, or someone out there trying to reveal her secret and all of that. Kemi is someone that when Kemi talks about something, other bigger blogs will share, they will retweet it. Not one, not two, not three blogs. So there's no way Moyo did not see what Kemi Olunloyo was alleging. That is number one. Okay. And number two, you decided, okay, you're just going to follow through with what you said in your first official statement, that you're just going to address that once and you are not going to address it anymore. But the law, but then nobody's hearing anything. Has the guy been picked up? Has he been arrested? Because this is a crime. Okay, you cannot get down with someone in private and without the person's permission you are distributing something that both of you did in private. You cannot even be filming someone without their permission. Okay, so this is something you did in private, not that you people were in a public place and you were filming. No, it's private, so you do not have the right to put that thing out there without the other person's consent. So that guy should know that, at least, even if he doesn't know what the punishment, the penalty would be, because different countries have different punishment for probably the same crime. Okay, so Moyo seen all of this. Moyo didn't respond to Kemi. Moyo didn't say anything. Okay, one can say, okay, Moyo doesn't have to say anything. Moyo doesn't have to respond to what Kemi Olunloyo is alleging and whatnot. But then what Moyo is doing afterward, coming out with same type of crazy videos, you're acting like, well, I don't care, whatever happened is not a thing. If you're really remorseful, the type of content that is following after your own sex tape was released is not the type of content that you should be putting out there. That is not a content of someone that is innocent. That's not a content of someone that feels like, oh my goodness, I'm so disappointed at what happened, even though it's not my fault, someone else put that content out there. But the response of Moyo Lawal just goes to show that Moyo is super excited. Okay, Moyo is super excited about the whole thing because everyone talked about her, even though that so many other things just happened almost immediately after Moyo's video was released, and now lots of people's attention are kind of gone in a way from what. And I think that's another miscalculation, that sometimes you just don't know. I guess Moyo and her team, they were really thinking where this whole thing is going to be in the lips of people for a very long time. But for example, with the death of like Mobad and all of that, people's attention is now somewhere else. People are now screaming justice, justice for Mobad, and lots of videos are popping up. People are trying to analyze, people are searching for Mobad's old videos and all of that, just to find out if truly Naira Marley and the other guy, they're guilty of something, or if someone needs to come and pay for something, or if the police need to arrest someone. So people's attention are kind of gone. So was it really worth it? The question now is, was it really worth it for Moyo to put herself out there like that and not even get the level of traffic that I believe she was hoping for? Because Moyo looked guilty as if, jeez. Oh my goodness. Sometimes people feel like they can fool everyone. You can't. You can fool some people sometimes. You cannot fool everyone all the time. And in this case, I think Moyo was just caught red-handed. The only people that will not believe that Moyo is guilty of this is the people that truly see her as a role model. That's one. Secondly, the people that will not believe are people that already they feel like, oh, Moyo was 100% innocent and all of that. And come to think of it, if Moyo is 100% innocent, shouldn't they be looking for that guy and looking to how they're gonna get him arrested and let the law do what they have to do? Because now Moyo Lawal is not the first celebrity or public figure that our video has been released. So at least if they can use this, if one is to believe what Moyo Lawal is saying, if one is to believe Moyo Lawal's statement that i- she's 100% innocent and didn't know anything about this, if one is to believe that, then this guy should be used as an example. And instead of Moyo to be, focused on that, Moyo is still posting the type of videos that she used to do before this thing came out. Moyo is acting nonchalant in her professional statement. Let me see if I can find that statement. Let's go to Instagram. In her statement, I did not see where Moyo said anything. Like, in fact, Moyo did not sound remorseful. Okay, Moyo did not sound like someone that uh was really. Let me see. I'm trying to pull up her and see if she still has her professional her statement. Okay, so let's just go through her statement for one more time and let's read Moyo's statement. Moyo doesn't seem like she is in any way remorseful. Let me read her caption and then we'll read the statement because the caption is shorter than the statement. So here she said, "This is my first and only statement concerning this incident, please. Thank you for your continuous support." That's how she captioned it. And let's read the statement. She said, a private video of mine from a while back ago has been inappropriately shared without my consent, violating my privacy and trust. I want to emphasize that this video done with my ex I was to marry as at that time was never intended for public consumption, and it is unauthorized, and its unauthorized distribution, it's a breach of my personal boundaries. However, this criminal breach of privacy will definitely be treated with legal actions. It really hits me funny because I have always maintained a strict approach of my sexuality, even going as far as being celibate for a few years, refusing to date often and choosing to be alone most times. However, I am determined to not let this unfortunate incident break my spirit. I appreciate the support and understanding of those who have reached out to me during this challenging time. Please know that your kindness and goodwill means the world to me. There is nowhere in this post where Moyo is sounding remorseful. Moyo is just trying to play tough, talking about, oh, I don't want this to break my spirit. And you know what you were doing. This was clearly planned, plotted by you and the guy and your team and whomever were involved. There was no time Moyo paused to even apologize to her supporters. There's no time Moyo even paused to say sorry to her fans. Okay, there are people out there that didn't need to see this. There are people out there, because I remember even when Daddy Freeze was doing his video, he was making a joke that a pastor like him wasn't supposed to say something like this, and he was out when someone sent him the link, and all he could hear was ooh ah ooh ah. Anyways, there's no time that Moyo felt like she owed her fans. Let's just say she doesn't give a hoot about the general public. Moyo did not felt like, oh, okay, I owe my fans an apology. At least, sound remorseful. Even if you feel like, okay, even if this whole thing was, Moyo is just plain tough, acting all strong, all this. And at the same time, you're talking about, I'm not going to let this break my spirit, when you clearly plotted this whole deal. Follow up video. One is seeing you in France, shaking your nyash in Eiffel Tower and moving up and down and all of that. If you've not seen the shot, like I said in the beginning of my stream, I have the shorts on the channel. So just check on the shorts videos. Short videos, are always less than a minute, so you can quickly watch. And I actually edited it in a way that fast forward it, and so you can quickly see everything from the beginning of what Moyo was doing to the end. Moyo is still posting the same type of videos and all of that. With all these type of videos, looking at all this type of thing, it's even making it more obvious that this is the kind of thing that falls in Moyo's jurisdiction. Like, it's something that Moyo is capable of doing, okay? Because she doesn't really care and she presents herself in that way. If you go down her channel watching all Moyo's videos, you will just know that she's just this kind of person that is capable of doing something like this and putting it out there and coming out to pretend to be the innocent one, so someone else is being dragged and punished for a crime that they both planned. So all I'm trying to say is, from this Moyo's recent video, it just looks like Moyo is guilty as F. Okay, Moyo is guilty as hell. Like, she is so guilty. But at the same time, her official statement is stating that, oh, this is not, it wasn't meant for public consumption. No, you actually did it for public consumption. So somehow, when you arrange whatever you're trying to arrange, which people will see either not any time from now or not too long, people will see it. Because if you're following up the story, this man should be set as an example. Like I said, you can mention back to back a lot of public figures that their tapes, videos of theirs in a compromising manner, and all of that have been posted out there, and nobody has ever been held accountable. So if Moyo was claiming she was so innocent, why is it that up until now, is it that the guy is too hard to find? Okay, if the general public doesn't know anything about him, in her statement, she claimed that they dated for, they were dating a serious relationship, okay, not just someone that she was hanging around, or some, not a one night stand or anything. She was claiming that this is actually a guy that she was dating, that she was meant to marry. In that statement, she didn't refer to him as a boyfriend, she referred to him as a fiance. So when you refer to someone as a fiance, you know where that person stays, okay, you know a lot about that person, you know the person's family, okay, and all of that. A fiance is different from a boyfriend, okay. So if it's a boyfriend, we're saying, okay, maybe you don't know. One can say, well, it's possible some people have, they do their due in the hotels and friends' houses and they name it. So maybe she doesn't know his family house, and maybe he really didn't even say his real family surname. So there's no way. But Moyo is saying this is someone she knew, this is someone she was meant to marry, yada yada yada. But then up until now, we've not seen any post online update about this situation, that this guy has been arrested, or this guy has been taken in for questioning, okay, and what next, or if they are taking the case to court, or if he has confessed that he did this more, really didn't know, and the evidence is there to back it up, and he's been fined to pay something or community service, or whatever the punishment in Nigeria is. But my point is, instead of Moyo to follow up the case to prove her point that she was truly innocent and all of that, Moyo is busy posting videos of herself shaking her nyash in France and moving with the front. You could see in the video there, a lot of people are standing there viewing, I guess, the Eiffel Tower and all of that, because multiple people always go there every day. Okay, that's like the number one thing in France. Okay, the number one sightseeing, whatever. Everybody goes to the Eiffel Tower, Eiffel Tower. Or now with metal, I don't know what happened. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Everybody goes to Eiffel Tower and all of that. So Moyo was there dancing, shaking us, up to the point where she even went in front of people that were standing there even before she got there. Went in front of, you could see in the video, which quickly passed, but you could see a woman standing there with two young kids, I don't know, sons or son and a daughter, okay, and you could see Moyo shaking herself and doing all of that, standing in front of the fence, right in front of their face, as if they were not viewing anything before she got there, and all of that, with all the things she was doing on the streets and all of that. I just feel like it is not the time. When you have something like this, that's the time you have to calm down for a minute and start posting meaningful stuffs, like your movie sets, behind the scenes of a movie where okay, something is, or a brand deal that is going on, anything else, anything else, or even that France video. If you wanted to do a France video, you could have just filmed a normal video of you just talking about what you're about to do, without you moving yourself and doing all those nyash shaking and all of that. Everything doesn't have to do with nyash. Everything always must not have to do with craziness, because it just seemed like everybody's trying too hard, and Moyo Lawal fall in the category of those that are trying just too hard to make themselves look like the bad bitch, like to make themselves look like the badass, to make themselves look like the toughest, to make themselves look like the wildest, to make themselves look like the craziest. There's no award to be won for that position, for the craziest person, for the person, the wildest person, for the naughtiest person, for the nastiest person, for the rudest person. But there's just so many people out there that are just striving for them to be called the craziest, okay, for them to be in the lips of everyone, and everyone has something to say about it. They feel like, oh my goodness, I've made it. It is damn embarrassing. And I'll just wrap this up by saying Moyo just proved herself that she didn't tell the truth, and we're still going to be looking at this. We're waiting. We're waiting to see if we're going to see an update in one of the newspapers, one of the blogs, that the guy that posted Moyo Lawal stuff has been arrested. For example, the case of Eniola Badmus, the girl that came out, I think it was on TikTok, or I don't know, I suspect it was on TikTok because I really didn't see the video where she was dragging Eniola, but I saw the video of when she got arrested and when Eniola was pulling her and she was like ice water. You all saw that video. If you didn't see the video, okay, and from what Eniola was saying from her mouth and what they were saying in the video, that's how I got to know what happened and led to Eniola looking for the girl and finding her and arresting her. Okay, so and that girl was busy saying that Eniola is a pimp, Eniola is pimping people, even pimped one of her friends, yada yada yada, dragging Eniola Badmus online. Well, Eniola felt like, look, I've not done this and I don't know these people, so I'm not going to keep quiet, which is the right thing to do. Eniola Badmus has worked so hard to build her brand and going from point A to point B, and you're just not going to wake up one day and try to destroy all of what someone has worked hard to build over the years. Same with Moyo, doing her thing in Nollywood and all of that, trying to build her brand and gotten to this point. So the point I'm trying to make is Eniola was able to find that girl and get her arrested. And then the story changed from Eniola pimping people, pimping her friend, pimping her, and tarnishing Eniola image, changed to she was paid to say all of that. She was paid to do all of this. Do you understand? So if Eniola had just let that slide, it would have embedded in some people's brain that that's what pays Eniola, not necessarily acting, uh, or all the side gigs she's getting or brand deals or whatever, that those are not the things, or even this politics that she joined recently, that she's supporting the APC and the present president of Nigeria. People will not think that those are the things that are fetching in your last coin. People will think that probably, and even now that she's now working with politicians, people will not be thinking that Eniola. Now I'm not digressing, okay, too bad, but this is just related. That's why I'm giving an example with this. People will not be thinking that, oh, Eniola is not just working with these politicians, but Eniola is actually pimping these small Lagos girls for these politicians, and that's where she's getting her money from. But after Eniola was able to arrest the girl, she confessed by herself, stating that she doesn't know Eniola, she's never met Eniola, she has never had any dealings with Eniola. And the so-called friend that she even gave as an example that Eniola had pimped, she wasn't able to provide the girl. And her punishment was duly given to her and all of that. Okay, now, something else I want to say, before she was arrested, the girl herself did a video where she was inside her home talking about they're trying to break down her home. When she was crying, you could see she was terrified. The girl was so scared in that video. And the girl was trying to tell the whole world, the whole internet, to know that if anything happens to her, they should hold Eniola Badmus responsible for what had happened to her. Okay, and a lot of people were telling her, where are you? Don't open the door. And she was like, they're hitting it, they're going to break it down and all that. But probably eventually they broke the door down, or she went down and opened it herself and came outside. And Eniola was holding on to her. But then, if you're so innocent, yeah, we know that the police can be hot mess. We know that one. But if you are so innocent, why are you afraid that Eniola is outside with some police people? Are you not just supposed to go out there? Because I feel like if you're going to come out online to talk about someone in that manner, then you should have kept all your evidence and everything that you can present in court. And when the professionals, the lawyers and everything, the judges, they see it, it will be beyond reasonable doubt that you are correct and that person is guilty. You're not guilty and that person is guilty. But the way that girl sounded from her video, even before the police and Eniola could lay their hands on her, she looked so guilty of something. It was obvious that that girl is lying. So now we're going to sit back and watch Moyo Lawal and see if Moyo is going to do everything to restore her brand, if Moyo is going to do everything to restore her image back to where it was, even if it wasn't that good. Okay, with the multiple nyash shaking and all of that, but at least it wasn't something like this out there for everybody to see, for the whole world to see. So let's see if Moyo is going to gather all the information that she had about this that she had on this her fiance. Because if somebody is your fiance, believe me, you know his family, you know his mother, you know his father, if he has brothers and sisters, dead or alive, his relative, the village he's from, the city he based in, the company he works with, his friends, close friends, places he might likely go and hide, everything, his daily routine, things like that. By the time you date someone and then you people are getting to fiance level, that you're able to film this type of content and you're comfortable filming because you saw the camera, you looked into the camera multiple times, you knew what you were doing. Okay, this is not the type of video you do with any kind of person. You must have a level of trust in that person to do that. So let's wait and see if Moyo is going to gather all the information she has on this guy, his phone number, his address, his everything, hand it over to the police, and let's see if the police is going to take that up and try to pick him up and get his own statement. And if he's guilty, at least we're going to see it that they've captured the guy, just the way the guy that did Empress and Jama, when Empress came out and said, you guys are going to see some stuffs, and she apologized. She felt very bad that this whole thing had happened to her, but she explained herself, and people really didn't judge Empress. Okay, people were just only saying, how is it that you were so, foolish to trust so fast? But people were not really judging Empress based on that her sex tape was out there. Okay, but people could really see that the guy was being the mean one, though he wasn't arrested in Nigeria. He had done that to multiple women, but he was arrested somewhere else. So if she will put this out there, if Moyo Lawal will take the necessary information to the police, by now that guy should have been arrested already by now. But let's just give her the benefit of doubt that the police is still working on it, and her legal team and all of that, they're going to pick him up soon. If they don't, then the guy saying that he was a gigolo and he was paid by Moyo Lawal, allegedly by Kemi Olunloyo, and that other people have actually done this also with him, is actually telling the truth, and Moyo is not telling the truth. So at the end of the day, be careful of who or whom you're looking and using or seeing as a role model. Good day, sis. I'm surprised to see you not go church. Good day, sis. This live stream I was supposed to do yesterday, but I'll be smarting. I'll be small kind wahala for this thing. Madam no con dey feel well, so I wasn't able to come on live that night. Oh, it's 7:51. Okay, it's yeah, it's 3:51 my time here. Yeah. Oh boy. Good morning, sis. I saw another video. I was like, look, I'm going to do this now because I now had to change the time of this the one I was supposed to do last night. So I said I'm going to do one earlier, and I will see if I will be able to do the other one around 6 and 7 p.m., which is about Regina Daniels. And I know that a lot of people are interested in Regina Daniels' gist. And I saw this lady online running her mouth saying a whole lot about Regina. And that's another hot gist. Yes. Oh, your little girl too is not feeling well. Okay. Okay. The big one has gone to church already. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's true. You people have early services. But I'm thinking this might be the weather changing and all of that. I don't know, because I was just, it just happened just like that. There was no sign of anything. She was just playing, running around, and then in the evening she was busy throwing up and all of that. So I was like, oh, just like that, like not even 20 minutes different of where she was quiet and all of that. So I feel like maybe that has to do with the weather. Maybe as the weather is changing, the kids are also, because even we grown up too, sometimes, the season brings different type of stuff, cold, catarrh, everything. Yeah, okay. So like I was saying, the next gist we're going to this I'm going to message when I round up. I'm gonna message you on this. Yeah. Well, how is your weather now? Here, well, we last week we had bad weather, but this week it's been sun, sun, sun. The weather is fantastic this week. Last week was terrible. A lot of rains and people even buying water carrying several cars, roads flooded everywhere, things like that. But the weather is improving now. For the last 3 days, I think we've had a lot of sun. Even today now, it's very sunny. I had to wash, 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 and all of that. Yeah. So okay. I'm almost rounding up this G7. So are you going to church also, or you're gonna okay, you're gonna stay back if the big you anyway? I'm gonna message you on this thing. Or are you going back to sleep? I'll wait for you to wake up. Maybe by the time before I go for the other live stream, by then you'll be fully awake. Yeah, for us over here it's afternoon already. So almost 4 p.m. Yeah, so let's see if Moyo Lawal is going to do anything, and then we're going to know that truly Moyo Lawal is telling the truth. But if Moyo doesn't do anything, then I think the guy is stating that he's a gigolo and he was paid to do this, and Moyo is fully aware he's actually saying the truth. If Moyo does not get him arrested and they charge him to court, like she said that she's going to be taking legal actions, then it's going to prove that Moyo is not telling the truth. Because if Moyo is so innocent, then one will not see this type of video that Moyo posted. We should be seeing updates of what happened, like updates. Has he been arrested? Is he on the run? What is going on? Okay, who posted the first video? They picked up that person. Is the person saying how the person got the video? And all of those type of stuff. But rather, Moyo is posting a video of herself shaking Nyash in France, in Paris, Abi, wherever they have their Eiffel Tower. And that's where Moyo is shaking Yash and shaking it, and like she doesn't care that anything is happening. She doesn't care that anything is going on and whatnot. We're going to see this through to the end because people should stop lying if you're doing this. Because truly, there are people that are really innocent that their videos. One can say don't film such videos, but come on, people will always film this type of videos, but it doesn't give you the right to go and post the video without the person's consent. You do not have that right, even though you're also in that video. You have to first of all inform the other person. You don't have the right to go put content if the person doesn't want it to be out there. You don't have the right, and if you do it, then you should be punished by law. So if people don't really sit up and try to pick up these people that are posting all this revenge porn and all of that, it will continue. And you see videos of even very young girls and all of that are being posted out there. This is no time for people to sit back and play tough as Moyo Lawal is trying to present, like she doesn't care that anything is happening. She's just doing her thing, and she's going to respond once and she's not going to respond anymore, pretending she didn't see what Kemi Olunloyo tweeted. When Kemi Olunloyo and people like Daddy Freeze and who else, even this what's her name, this Blessing CEO, when these people put certain, even if it's just a sentence, the blogs retweets it. So there's no way Moyo is going to say, okay, Kemi is a small blogger, so you did not see. Kemi is a small journalist, so you did not see what Kemi posted. What Kemi posted was deep, coming with the guy's name, talking about the guy's doings and all of that. So Moyo Lawal cannot pretend and say she's not seeing it. If she's really out there to clear her name, just the way um, um Eniola Badmos did. Okay, if you really feel like this was done to you and you were 100% innocent, then you should have gone out there, do your best. By now, we should be seeing video of the guy confessing to what he did, or if someone sent him, whatever the case may be, or we should be seeing the video of the first person that posted that video. Was it a blogger, or was it a regular person? Did the guy post it by himself? Whatever, like something should be out there, posted on Moyo's story or posted as a video. But after her official statement, we're seeing photo of herself and this one and that one, like life goes on just like that. You're not going to follow up and at least just to make sure, even if you're not fighting for yourself because you don't care, you always said that your sexuality, you've not hidden it, you've always been this outspoken, this badass girl and all of that. So even if you really don't care that people saw you in that way, at least fight for those young girls out there that people might want to do this revenge thing on them, because that is what it looks like. Fight for those people, because if this guy is brought to book and punished by the law in the eyes of everyone, the next person that is thinking of doing something like this will refrain. The next person that is thinking of doing something, like when they think about the whole process, when they think about what is going to happen to them, they will not do it anymore. They will stop. For example, the case of Eniola Badmus, the next person that is thinking of dragging Eniola falsely, except you have evidence and you're saying the truth. But the next person that is thinking of dragging Eniola Badmus would know that Eniola will not sit down in her house. She will come and find you. She will do everything she can to find you and make sure you are punished by the law. And that's what a whole lot of public figures and celebrities should be doing. When people are putting out stuff that is really, really going to tarnish your image, you should stand up and speak up and not just leave it at that, but go ahead and make sure that the person is punished by the law. And then everybody gets to know that, okay, you were framed, you were lied on, and whatever the case may be. That being said, this Moyo matter never end o. If we wait 1 month, Moyo never still come out, come tell us say dem don arrest that guy or that guy don pay something something. We go know say Moyo dey lie. Okay, Moyo dey lie, and that go be big shame on her head. So she do something like this, she no fit come out. If you go do like this, come out say na you do am. Last anyway. See ya. It's already 51 minutes. I didn't even know we'll be able to talk this much. But sometimes when you have to discuss about things like this, because I also remember, let me quickly add this before we go. I also remember when some persons were in the comment section of all these blogs and posts and all of that, where they were talking about this Moyo situation, people were like, Moyo did this on purpose. Moyo knows something. There were a lot of people out there that was dragging them. You're so mean. You're so insensitive. Something like this happened. Instead of you to sympathize, instead of you to try to put yourself in her shoes and all of that. But the person in question didn't even look remorseful. The person didn't sound remorseful, didn't look remorseful. Throughout her statement, never apologized to her fans for seeing this rubbish and all of that. So it just goes to show that she does not give a hoot and she is capable of doing something like this. But she's just not bold enough. She's acting bold, but she's not actually a very bold person enough to own what she did. At least Tiwa Savage, to an extent, owned what she did. Say, yes, I did what I did. And lots of everybody does what they do behind closed door. Just because mine is out there doesn't mean I'm the worst of them all. Okay? That being said, there's a lot going on online, and we will try our best to cover as much as we can. And we'll just be jumping in whenever we have the time, 20 minutes, 30 minutes here and there. We're just going to jump in and try to dissect and analyze whatever is going on. And if you've watched up to this extent, thank you also very much, my silent watchers, Oyoyo's World, early morning, 7 a.m. Thank you for stopping by also. And keep up to date with us because we're going live again by, let's say, 6 or 7 p.m. today to talk about the Regina Daniels story, domestic violence and husband beating her up and all of that. That a lady is busy running her mouth online. So let's see. Maybe that, if it's false, maybe that one is going to be arrested. But anyway, it's a juicy gist. Keep a date with us. There's a lot of details going to be given on the next live stream. But if you've watched up to this extent, thank you so very much. Share with people that love and enjoy gist. And also do not forget to subscribe and turn on notification. Okay. All right. Thank you all so very much. And that's me signing out. Bye. This is Entertainment Daily checking out. Thank you. And I'm your host, Octavia Cora. Bye.